never to attack or force my will upon my fellow man. Instead, I seek the will of the Lord for all people, regardless of religion, color, or creed. I humbly commit my life as a warrior for the glory of the Lord, who has called me to his purpose and salvation through faith and grace alone. All right, hey guys, welcome back to Iron Lotus Martial Arts and the Christian Karate Club. This is your week's virtual lesson. And so looking at week 2, we're going to be getting into our rotation. Now, each month we get into a rotation on essentially what we're going over for the entire month. And we start doing that as a hands-on instructional tool so we can start moving from one technique to another technique. So today we're looking at Chinese Sword A, Chinese Sword B, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty details of not Chinese Sword. See? Crashing elbows. Crashing elbows is what we're really going to be working on today. So if you guys are following along with us online, thank you so much for being here. We're going to try to put these out every Friday so you guys have some content that you can review Saturday morning or Friday evening, whatever works best for your family at home. So hopefully you're tuning in. Put us up on the big screen on the Roku. We've got the Roku app. So you can type in Shinja Kempo on your Roku app, and it's going to take you directly to these lessons. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start class off. Okay. Begin all things with prayer. Weapon, shield. Karate is for self-defense and the defense of others, never to attack or force my will upon my fellow man. Instead, I seek the will of the Lord for all people, regardless of religion, color, or creed. I humbly commit my life as a warrior for the glory of the Lord, who has called me to his purpose and salvation through faith and grace alone. All right, guys, up and running. Let's get some of the blood flowing just a little bit. We're going to start doing our push-ups and sit-ups. One-on-one, ready, go. Try to make these push-ups count, okay? We're not really going for speed. We're really going for accuracy on these push-ups, okay? We want to make sure that the form is right. 2 and 2, go. That we're lowering our body as one unit all the way down to at least that 90-degree angle. Bonus points if you can touch your chest to the ground without bouncing. You know what I mean by bouncing? Fill your chest up with air and then bounce off the ground. Yeah, let's not do that. All right, 3 and 3, go. All right, it's good form, guys. All right, make these sit-ups count. Work those abs. Tighten the core muscle. When you guys are doing the sit-ups, okay, it's really important you tighten that core muscles, okay? You can sit up, that's fine, but when you tighten and you're almost like sucking that belly button down towards your spine, that's where you're going to get the best form out of it. 4 and 4, go. Feet together. Sir. Jumping jacks. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Awesome. We are going to go ahead and get into our stretches now. So we start our stretches off top down, okay? I want you guys to think about that every single time you do your stretches. Start at the top. I'll work your way all the way down to the toes. So we're going to start with our necks. Go ahead and start that little neck rotations. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulder rotations. We're going straight forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crossbody arm pull. You're going to start with your right side, my left side. Pull it on in. Palm up, nice and tight. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trunk twist as we're moving our way down. Okay, we're going to go to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your feet and knees back together. We're going to do the rotation starting clockwise, then go counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that big step out to your right, my left. Okay. We're going to go both hands down. Try to keep that knee straight. Toes, I want those toes pointed straight forward to train those muscles to be straightforward. So when we get into our square horse stances and things of that nature, we're not looking at, out here where I'm flat-footed. I want to develop the muscles so that I'm always in that ready stance where I have that 50-50 weight ratio on my back of my foot, the heel, as well as the ball of my feet. Okay, keep that knee straight. Try to touch those toes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly on up. Okay, you never wanted to go too fast. Hands straight down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly on up. You're going to take both hands straight to the center and down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching all over. Now make sure you're trying to press your palm to the ground and really stretch that wrist out on the way down there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly back up. Again, keeping those knees nice and straight. Try to lock those out. Feel that in your hamstrings. Both hands inverted now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. All the way back up. Now it's going to go ahead and bend down over onto that right side. We're going to go into the sagittal stretch. Okay? What I want to do is keep this toe pointed straight down, straight forward, like I'm working on that side driving knife edge kick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that toe straight up. Ready? Sink down into it a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice and slow. All the way over on that other side. Again, keeping that toe pointed straight forward. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point that toe straight up. Try to touch that toe if you can. Sink deeper into that stretch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, on the floor. We're going to keep that right side out. We're going to go sideways first. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach forward. Try to touch those toes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. Okay, sideways first. That's palm out. Sideways first. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, back into the center. We're going to do some butterflies. Okay, try to use your elbows. Press your knees down. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab them, pull them in just a little closer. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, guys, on your feet. Run through some abbreviated basics. Today we're going to get into the elbows on the basics, specifically because we're going to be looking at crashing elbows. All right, again, for you guys online with us, this is going to be an abbreviated version of our full class because it's just easier on a shorter format for us, I guess, that way. So if you guys are here in person, expect much more exercise on this, but we're going to get into the basics on this. So we're going to start top down again. All right, ready, square horse stance, ready, move. And let's do our block set 1. Ready, begin. Truth, courage, respect, endurance, integrity, self-control. Truth, courage, respect, endurance, integrity, self-control. Truth, courage, respect, endurance, integrity, self-control. Strike set 1. I'll count. You guys will key eye on these ones. Okay, ready? 1. Again, if you haven't seen this one yet, this is just a straight punch out on number 1. Number 2, we're going to switch sides from your right to your left. Ready? 2. Okay, now we're going to switch, but when we switch again, we're going to go into 3, which is a Chinese L punch. Ready? 3. So the hand that was out now becomes an outward block, and then another center line punch right here. 4. We're going to switch and just go to the opposite side of that. 5. That block hand's coming back down to create a chop, and you're going to rechamber on that left hand. Ready? 5. 6. Just the opposite. 7. We're going to go for that half fist, ridge hand, hammer fist. We're teaching morphing with this, right? So you're morphing all the little hand things, right? So you got macro and micro morphing. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I think that'd be a great place to go. Okay, 7. 8. 9. Bringing it all back in. All right, so feet together.
Sir.
Awesome. So micro and macro morphing, okay? So I like to think of this like this. Micro morphing would be using just the hand. So I've got just my hand here, and we're going to go ahead and morph it into my different things here. So like on strike set 1, you've got a half fist, ridge hand, hammer fist. It's a micro morph, right? But a macro morph is like when I'm over here doing the L punch, and then I turn this L punch into a chop, and I still have a fist coming back to chamber. Same thing on the other side. I'm changing my chop hand weapon here back to a fist as I'm turning this fist hand weapon over into a chop. So strike set 1, super important because it's teaching your body how to start thinking outside that typical box, if that makes sense. Okay, strike set 1 more time. Square horse stance. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bring it back in. Feet together. Fighting horse, right side back. Ready? Move. Okay, 1-2 punch combo. Okay, this is a straight jab, soft fist, side fist, and then into a ram's head punch. 1-2 combo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making sure that we're squishing that bug on that ram's head punch. Really drop that body weight into this, guys, because when you're dropping that body weight down, again, it's like all that force is going straight out as opposed to, straight down. It's like that hydraulic press that we see on the Instagrams and things like that. You put the gummy bears in it or the crayons or whatever and press straight down. It's got no place to go but out. It's the same thing with rotational force in your body. Sinking this knee down, trying to drive this down towards the ground just a little bit into that soft bow stance. It's going to give you more force on that punch. Switch. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet together. Okay, we're going to move back into the elbows. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen the elbows before, it's just like, okay, that ram's head punch. It's going straight out, okay, but instead I'm bringing an elbow across. I'm going to bring it center and then whip, okay? So I'm not doing one of these crazy things where I'm super wide telegraphing that thing, right? I'm going to bring it center and then flip. Does that make sense? So it's almost like I'm going to start a punch and then I'm flipping the elbow in there, if that makes some sense. Okay, so horizontal raking elbow, same concept right here on your basics with this. Okay, so fighting horse, right side back, ready, move. Ready, 1, 2. Try to keep that elbow in tighter initially and then flip it out. Okay, it's going to create a little bit of a rotational snap right there. Okay, also helps you not get telegraphed on there because I can block this elbow if it's way out here. We can stuff it. Go. Right? I can't really block it if you're keeping it close and then striking. You're going to hit your target every time that way. Right? So we don't want to telegraph these. Ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. All right, we're going to do the side driving elbow off the lead hand, okay? So from here, we're just going to drive straight, like you're flicking your elbow straight back. On that other side, if you want to see that in camera, it's just right here. Off this lead hand, snapping straight that way. Now I can squish the bug a little bit if I want to drive a little more power in there. That's not going to do anything negative. I'm not compromising my balance with that, okay? So 2 different kind of variations. Now, you might use 2 different versions of this for 2 different applications, right? So I might boom without really squishing the bug, but like we'll see in crashing elbows today, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to have to turn my entire body into it. So side driving off the front hand. So you guys are left hand out, right hand back. Ready? 1, 2. Try to keep that other hand on guard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. All right, Now the side driving off the backhand as I bring this up, okay, just like I'm going to do a punch or a vertical rising elbow or something like that, I'm now going to snap it out on the way back. So I can start squishing the bug and sink it back as I'm driving more into that side driving, right, as I'm dropping that heel down at the same time, okay? So from fighting horse right side back, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch. All right, we're going to do some review on Chinese Sword A. Feet together, okay? Chinese Sword A, to talk you through it one more time, okay, is a right step forward, okay? And you're going straight into that block. As Senpai Joe always says, it's a courage block, right? In our block set, you're coming across, courage block. You got to have courage to step into that punch and throw that block in there, okay? So, right straight punch, right straight block. Boom, he steps on in. That's your first step. Right here. His next step, he's going to open up that hand and chop directly into my throat. Final step is the heel palm off that left hand, okay? So, by the numbers, okay? Stepping forward, blocking, opening your palm, striking, okay? This is all on the right hand. Now left hand with that heel palm strike. Now targeting, okay, we always talk about self-defense in phases, right? You've got phase 1, point of contact. That'd be like me coming over here and punching you. Boom, point of contact. Point of control, he took control of my arm, okay? And then point of escape is now he's going to create a window to escape. So targeting points, go ahead and punch towards me, right side. Okay, 1, 2. Now I have targeting points for this left palm heel. I can go to the face, but just like kind of like a Pez dispenser, it's just gonna twist. I'm not really going to drive him away from me. I want to make sure that I'm driving him far away. So I'm going to hit a nice solid part of his ribs, use that 9 pounds of pressure, maybe even break that floating rib, whatever it might look like. I'm going to push away with that, okay? So one more time, by the numbers, we're stepping in, block on the right side, chop with that right hand, palm with that left hand, okay? Chinese Sword A, ready, move. 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 Okay, Chinese Sword B, same principle. Stepping forward, but instead of a right straight punch, it's now a left straight punch. I'm going to be stepping to the outside of this, okay? So we're stepping to the inside, boom. I can manipulate the inside of my target. Now I'm going to be looking at the outside of my target. Senpai, if you don't mind, here. Okay, so it's going to be a left straight punch coming at us. Boom, I'm stepping to the outside of my opponent. I'm going to block right here into his elbow, hopefully hyperextend this or something. And then I'm going to turn, I'm going to ridge hand right here into the back of the head, right where that little knot is. And then I'm going to use this into a hook. So it's going to go boom, boom. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the microphone, but I'm going ridge hand to a hook. And that's what I want right here, ridge hand, hook. When I hook, I want to sink down and start my cross step at the same time as the hook. So boom, right here, starts pulling his face down towards the mats. And now I'm going to unwind and we're going to throw him to the floor. So that is Chinese Sword B in its practicality. So I'm stepping to the outside, block, circle around, ridge hand, hook. I can start moving, sinking my hip downward as I cross step and unwind, okay? One more time, and then we're going to get into the repetitions, okay? Chinese Sword B, step on the right foot, block with that courage block, around, hook, and cross step, okay? Now all together, Chinese Sword B, we'll take it 30% speed. Ready? Move. Nice. Chinese Sword B, ready? Move. Chinese Sword B, ready? Move. Chinese Sword B, last time, ready? Move. Okay, that is your technique refresher for the first part of the month. Okay, that's week 1. Week 2, here we go, crashing elbows. All right, so we went to the inside of a right punch. We went to the outside of a left punch. Now we're going to go to the outside of a right punch, okay? So in the air, what we're looking for is stepping with the left foot now. And if you got a clock face on the ground, I'm looking at probably 12 o'clock here, 1 o'clock here, 10, 30, 11 o'clock, somewhere in that ballpark. We want to get out of the way of the punch, okay? Want to use that heel palm parry block right here. I'm going to pop out of the way with this, and then with this other hand, I'm going to rake an elbow in here, okay? So that's your first step, okay, is step 11 o'clock, out with that left knee, okay? Parry block, elbow. Now that side driving elbow off that backhand that we practiced earlier, that's where this comes into play. And then I'm going to turn, collapse this elbow back in, and create a back knuckle. At the same time, I'm doing a heel palm. Now, what's really important with this one is understanding that I'm taking momentum from 12 o'clock, and I'm going to shift that momentum to 3 o'clock, okay? I've got 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. If you look over here on our universal pattern, you have 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. That is where you have the most power. Okay, so we don't want to go 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock because then I'm getting overrun. We need to take the energy and convert the energy, okay? So as Grandmaster Cottrell always says, seek the void. We have to create that opportunity by seeking the void, meaning I've got to step to a place where there's not something occupying it or there's no energy moving into it. And what I mean by energy is there's no kinetic energy, no force moving in there, okay? So, Senpai, if you don't mind, okay? It's going to be that right straight. I'm stepping to the outside, okay? Mongoose principle, moving my head out of the way of the punch, right? And I'm going to heel palm here. Now, it's okay for this particular technique. It's not like breaking the spear where I want to keep it close, right? So when that punch comes in, boom, it's okay to go ahead and smack this thing a little bit, right? I want to make sure this elbow's not coming back, but I also want to maintain control of it. So if I hit it, I don't want to hit it and let go because now I'm going to get hit in the face, right? I want to hit it and control it. I want to open up these ribs right here so I can drive an elbow into the ribs. Now, you'll notice I shuffled on that one. So on this initial one, I'm intentionally not close enough. I'm not going to be able to hit a rib here. So something you guys need to practice is getting close enough to your opponent, boom, to where this rib strike right here, I know I'm dwarfed behind this giant, right? This rib strike right here is actually going to do something. Okay, let's try it from the other side, okay? Again, stepping to the outside of my opponent, elbow shot right in here into the ribs, side driving, and now I'm going to turn that side driving kidney shot into a back knuckle to the kidney. Okay, at the same time, I'm going to heel palm high. Boom. Now, this is my 12 o'clock zone. Where he fell was my 3 o'clock zone. That's the energy that I want to pull 12 o'clock into 3 o'clock. And I do that by seeking the void. Come back over, right? Thank you, sir. All right, seeking the void, which means I'm going to this negative space on the outside, and then I'm using that to create my positive energy, striking in now with that side driving elbow, and then I'm going to turn and rotate. Now, what's really important about this rotation is I'm not coming across my body out here. Okay, I'm not doing one of these for that rotation. I'm going 12 o'clock, okay? Now it's all 3 o'clock. I'm going to then, boom, I'm just turning. So instead of coming out like this, I'm just turning. Okay, I'll do it more straight on for the camera. Instead of out here like this, I'm just turning. I'm positioning myself now into a fighting horse stance or a square horse stance, right? So I went from soft bow, fighting horse. The hip rotation is key to knocking your opponent down with this one, okay? So in the air, everybody together, all right? Stepping left foot, palm strike, okay? Elbow, crash through, elbow again. Turn. Now your back knuckle is low, heel palm is high, okay? And you want that low-high simultaneous strike. Okay, one more time. Step through parry, left foot, left hand, right hand, elbow strike, left hand, or right hand again, elbow strike, right and left simultaneous, left heel palm, right on the back knuckle. We're going to pair these guys up, and we're going to go for it. Senpai Christian, why don't you go ahead and throw the first punch, okay? Right straight punch. And we're going to start working through this technique a little bit, okay? If you guys have a partner at home that you're training with, this would be the time where you're going to start practicing this thing. If you don't have a partner that you're training with, just practice in the air. I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys get a partner to practice with at home. That is the only way to learn techniques on this online virtual format, right? You have to know what the mechanics look like on a human body. Get multiple practice partners. Start a karate club in your garage or something like that. Just bring everybody from the court over and practice. It's a good time. Okay, ready to go. Good, good. One more time. All right, switch sides. Okay. You can throw the punch still. Go for it. There you go. One more time. Okay, Evan, throw your punch. Okay. Throw the punch. You need to get a little closer on that. There you go. One more time. Okay. Switch sides. Same thing. Evan, throw the punch. Go. Good. Go. Awesome. All right, guys, so we're going to move on in our class today. So something that we do with our rotations, kind of what we were talking about earlier. If you're following us online, we have a rotation every single month. So we're going to see Chinese sword A and B. You're going to see the crashing elbows, what we're doing today. Next week, you'll see stranglehold. Week after that, you'll see the dart. And we're going to take all 4 of those techniques, technically 5 because A and B are similar, okay? Technically, you're going to have 5 techniques for this month of January, and you're going to start putting those into a hands-on practice rotation. Now, this hands-on practice rotation, essentially, you get your group together, okay? And we'll just say, I'll be the monkey in the middle, all right? And he's going to do that straight right punch. I'm going to do Chinese sword A right here. I'm going to turn Chinese sword B, right? And now I've got a right straight punch that I'm going to move to the outside of, and I'm going to do crashing elbows, okay? So it doesn't matter really where it comes from, but what we're teaching is how to think on your little battle space. That's why I don't care where it comes from. I just want those attacks in that specific order so I can start learning the names as well as start learning how they go in every aspect and start thinking on my feet, transitioning from one to the other. And what you guys are going to find out when you start practicing this is you might accidentally blend and graft one technique to another. Guys, that's okay. You know, testable purposes, we want you to do the technique. What is the technique teaching you, though? It's teaching you movement. If you graft 2 techniques together and it works, praise the Lord, it works, right? It could save your life that way, right? You're going to start seeing openings for different things, and sometimes your opponents are going to give you something that's going to be slightly different than what you're expecting, and your body is just going to react, right? And when you get to, we'll say, like green belt level, that's where you're really going to start making the most of those reactions and start really developing your own technique through all this. So with your rotations, Evan, we're going to put you in the middle. You're going to be Chinese sword A. I'll run Chinese sword B, and back to you for crashing elbows. Make sense? All right, ready to go. There you go. All right, Christian, you're in the middle, and I'll run Chinese sword A. Okay. Oh. Back to me for crashing elbows. Awesome. All right, I'll jump back in the middle now, okay? I don't care really who's first. Who wants to go first? He wants to go first. Chinese sword A. All right, I'll make it work. Okay. Back to... There we go. Okay. So if you didn't catch it, what had happened was he threw a left or a right instead of a left for Chinese sword B, but instead we're just going to go ahead and make it work, right? I could go straight into Chinese sword A, but what I did here is I just went ahead, hooked anyhow, cross-stepped through, and I used this for an upper rotation. That's basically what I did there for your combination. All right, one more time through the rotation, and Evan, you're up. Chinese sword A coming at you. Okay. Okay. Go. All right, see how you start fumbling things, okay? And that's kind of what we're looking for. So you want to bring some realism in there. If you guys have a group at home, I want you guys to practice through that rotation, because if you're joining us in person, you'll see this starting Monday, where we're going to start rotating through crashing swords, Chinese sword A and B, okay? Week after that, you might rotate through stranglehold. And so we're going to partner everybody up. We're going to work these rotations. It's going to be a really great time to start really mastering some of our technique, okay? On that note, we're going to go ahead and close up class, all right?